Here we are, wrapping up Christmas presents. It's getting down to the wire, folks. The last little bit of the year. So I'm trying to deal with some projects and, getting some new ones. Potential future sneak peek. I'd like to try and wrap up some of this stuff. Not that any of it's going to get uploaded this year. It's all into next year. I'm ready to go in terms of videos for this year, but I got one project that I need to do, and that is not this, but that. You may notice there's something missing, and that is this, which was my print server. The HP DX2300, which has developed a bad fan. Now, at first, I thought that it was the CPU fan, and I figured, well, that's pretty much terminal. I mean, it's not totally terminal, I can fix it, but that's probably the end of the line for this as a server. So what I was going to do, and I've already made preparations, and I've already actually shot this part of the video once already, was I was going to take all of that, move it into this, because this, which is my NTP server, is running, I think it's got an i7 3770 in it. I don't remember. Let me log in here and we'll find out. Yes, indeed. There it is, 3770. And that's a waste on a machine that's not really doing much. So this, or the initial plan was to take this, I turn it into that, and this was going to end up going in here. This is just another random little thing. There's really nothing special about it, and the cover is, well, it's screwed back on, so I'm going to take that off because I got to get all that stuff out of there. But this turns out I have a bad Ethernet port on this. I think it's loose. I'm not sure. But since that motherboard has got dirt caked all over it, including in the heatsink, I'm not going to do that. To make my life easier, I'm simply going to switch these two around, because I actually found out that the bad fan is in this power supply. And this is just some crappy Cooler Master 400 watt thing, probably good for like 250 at best. But this was the most convenient thing. It just happened to be laying around and was better than the piece of crap, probably Best Tech thing that was in this originally. Not 100% sure. I haven't actually watched that video in recent times. But this is going to come out, and I'm going to replace it actually with that power supply that's in there, which, yes, it's overkill, but that's got 80 plus ratings. And I'm just going to switch the two. Now, the unfortunate thing is that both of these are still using mechanical drives for booting. See, it's a Hitachi. It might even be no, I think that's a 250. Yeah. No, that's a 320. That would be a 320. It's more than 250 gigs. But anyway, so there's that. And then this machine had these two drives in it, and I don't know how I'm going to set this up. I don't even know if I ever actually used the second drive, to be brutally honest. I think I was going to set up backups for that, and then I never did. And I don't know, maybe I should. I haven't really decided on that. But I'm going to shut this down. So that can come down. And I'm going to get it out of here. Okay, here's the drive installed. Apparently the screws are such a tight fit on that, at least the side mounting screws, that I broke one of them when I originally put this together. Well, put that together. But there's step one done. The drive's in here. Now I have to gotta get the power supply and the cards. Alright, there we go. Got my two cards. I did have to replace one of them with a PCI Express because this only has the one PCI. Kind of surprising that the newer systems got more PCI, but that is what it is. You got to remember that we're going from a business grade machine to a not so business grade machine. I think this RAM stick is a little loose. I'll have to look into that. But even with the power supply, 600 watts. That's ridiculous overkill for something like this, but you know, it's not 80 plus certification, so that's what's in here. I may at some point, financings permitting, get a smaller power supply, because the smaller power supply will have less wiring on it, and this thing's got a lot of extra wires, as you can see. Now I gotta change the IP address, which is easy enough. I just gotta go to the DHCP server and change it, and plug this thing in, and it should just work. Okay, that's a little bit of a pain to do, but there it is, updated. So we should be able to simply power on. There it goes. Alright, here it comes. Plug the network in, right? I hope. Grub loading. Okay, that is a good sign. I'll probably have to, actually thinking about this, I'm going to have to change the IP address for the Ethernet interface. Maybe I don't. Interesting. It's not stale, is it? No, it's up. So let's try something here. Let me see if I can go to the console. Ugh. Yep, it comes up. Cool. So that is working. That was easy. I guess now it's the hard part. I've got to get the other one going. Okay, I said hard part, but this actually is probably the easy part. All I did was add the drive, and that's it. And I'm going to hope that I don't need the second drive. I would like to add the LPT port, the parallel port, because I would like to use the parallel port at some point, but for right now, I don't really need it, and I can add it anyway because this right down there is the header for the LPT port, so I just need the breakout, and I could put that in there. I could even put the serial port there too if I wanted to. But the other thing too is that we've got a bunch of parallel port cards at work. I may try my hand with that, see if I can get it to work with that, but I might just put the LPT header in there first. Alright. Let's put the cover on this, get the MAC address updated, DHCP, and then power this on. Okay. Power usage figure. That's where it's sitting. I have updated the DHCP. Let's kick this thing on and see what it shoots to. Okay. $811, $844, $825, $840, $800, $850 is basically $854. So, yeah. Is it great? Meh, not really, but still. It's below 1,000 watts, so I'm not sucking down too much power across everything that's sitting here. And really the big power suck is this thing down here. Because this is, I think, something like 300 watts on its own. So I could pull that out and deal with that. It would be nice if this thing had an SSD in it, though. Which is something it's probably going to get at some point. I don't know why. There we go. Yep, it's correct. Okay, so that's all good. And we should be pretty much 100% back to where we were. So that's it for this video. At some point, again, I'm sure both of these, maybe not this one, I might replace this with a better machine. first. But this one certainly is going to get an SSD. 77 watt TDP on that i7. So there's probably really not much I can do with that other than replace that with like one of those i7 7700 boards, and I might do that as opposed to this, which this probably really needs to be replaced too. I'm sure it's majorly inefficient, but it's a 65 watt TDP chip, so there's one thing. Taking a look down here, we are basically back to normal. We're back to where we were before really doing much. It's hovering around like 800. So yeah, the hard drive sucks down a lot of that. But that's it. So thank you for watching, and if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them below.